Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your November 2018 Tarotscopes. Okay Sagittarius, let's take a look what is coming up for you in November 2018. So here we go. Whoops. I've got everything flying out everywhere here. Here we go. So basically what we're going to do is cover the 5 aspects of your life. We're going to talk about the home and the family, or where you are within yourself right now. We'll also be looking at your career goals and aspirations, or the things that are important to you. We'll be looking at your finance or health and your finances, health and well-being. We'll be looking at your relationship areas as well. And of course, we've got our other areas here to look at, which Spirit's left out. So the first thing that you do have around you in connection with the home and the family, look, you've got the Knight of Swords in reverse. Now, the Knight of Swords in reverse tells you that you're going to be governed by other people's opinions or feelings on situations. You may find yourself distrusting what you already know, going against the grain of what you feel is important to yourself. And you may be highly focused on the fact of how other people may feel about you. You may be more self-conscious. You may decide that perhaps where you have been flexible before, you're more conflicted now. Perhaps where you have been happy and content, maybe you are more conscious of yourself, who you are, more protective of what you've wanted in your life, and this will govern in and around your home and your family environments. But Spirit's saying to you, well, listen, hang on a minute. You don't have to be this way in a negative way. So if you're finding other people's opinions or words or actions are dominating how you have a better quality of life within yourself, then this is where you need to nip that in the bud completely and consider your own opinions and feelings on situations. And it's okay to not agree with everybody. As somebody used to say to me, it's okay to agree to disagree. So you may be finding yourself going through these internal frustrations. You're wondering where you're meant to be. How am I meant to do this? Other people you may be finding yourself mirroring or reflecting from, or even looking at and comparing yourself to. And Spirit says, look, it's not going to do you any good favors in the long run. This is a chance to really kind of trust your own instincts rather than get caught up in the gossip or the vibration of challenges that may be sitting around you at the moment in connection with the home and the family. It's about getting back to the real purpose of why you are where you are. In your career goals and aspirations, look, you're really clear about what it is that you want with work. Now, you would have started, this is the Ten of Swords in reverse. It tells you October would have been quite important. You would have been able to look at some directions you were taking. You come into November and you've got this wonderful support. Nothing's hidden from you. You know exactly where you're standing and knowing what you can achieve and how you can go about achieving it. Now, you may find that this is a time in which you are out of contract or out of agreement. You may be finding it's time to graduate and move forward into a new position. You're clearing the way. You're energetically being able to do this, and you know that you've got the support in the long term. This is going to be quite a positive time on your career goals and aspirations. It's going to be very supportive for those that are looking for new work. You may be finding that you're getting, the all clear on a medical. Perhaps you're into the next round of interviews and so forth. But this is being accepted, and you're going to see that it's a clear acceptance, and that clear acceptance is going to open the doorways that you're hoping. Your financial areas are the Six of Cups. Now, the Six of Cups is all about benefits, inheritances, okay? It's about money that you have put energy into that has been linked with your past. It could come through family. It could come through your own efforts or energy. You may be finding there's something that you've put away, and then all of a sudden you find out you're entitled to it. So the Six of Cups shows here that you've got opportunity around you, okay? And this opportunity is going to enable you to have that little peace of mind also. Now, this coming 6 weeks is where a lot of these decisions are coming through. So you may have an awful lot to organize in this period of time in connection with your financial sides, look at if you have received superannuation, any benefits of any sort, whether this is that you have invested quite well and you're gaining some results. Maybe you're listening to what everyone else might be saying or talking about, but guess what? You've got that sense of entitlement because it's meant to come back, okay? And you may be going back over situations in connection with relationships and personal agreements which have left you with a better offer or opportunity in your life to make better money or to come through this smelling like a little bit like a rose compared to feeling that you've put in all that energy and it hasn't been worth it. So you've got some benefits definitely coming through on those financial fronts. Your health and betterment. Look, this is all about the vision. So watch out for the eyes, okay? Watch out for areas that you have been overthinking matters. It's not a negative, but you may just need to go for an eye test. You may be finding that your thinking or your thought patterning is all happening, but it's happening in such a big and expansive way that you're not getting enough rest or sleep, or you're just finding it's popping in and popping out as quick as it's happening. So you may need to write things down. This is about anything to do with visionary or imagery. So those that are going for mammograms or going for MRIs or heading down a pathway in which you are having you know, a sense of having something done to beautify the body, this could have a very strong impact on you. And Spirit's saying, yes, look, the long-term results are going to see that you get a result, but at the same token, this is about you also focusing on what can be done right now, because your energy is to understand more about your situation or your condition or who you are or what you're trying to achieve. And because of this, you may be finding that your knowledge is all about research. It's all about putting that energy and effort in and seeing those results manifest because of your dedication. Now, relationships, look, you've got the Five of Swords sitting here. Now, this is a conflict of interest. What you think is one way is definitely going to turn out to be something completely different. Not too good if you have been hoping that somebody was really liking you or really on your side, and then all of a sudden you find out with a crack of a whip, bang, they are not. And this shows a conflict, okay? Nobody's seeing your point. There's animosity going on, there's frustration going on, but what can you do? Now, all you can do is let that air happen, let it transpire, then you can lay things to rest, okay? So sometimes it can mean that something's just going to pop out, it's going to happen, you're going to feel very, very upset about it, but then just let that person have their opinion. It doesn't mean you have to agree. Remember, I said we've got to agree to disagree, okay? Sometimes let them have that opinion, let them have that sensation or that feeling, but then let it to rest, because you need to have peace of mind, okay? You need to know that you've done the right thing. You can see in foresight you have, but you're up against this conflict. You can't please everybody all of the time. And of course, you may be finding yourself so super sensitive. Now, for anyone that's truly on the spiritual path and you know, in tune with their gifts and abilities, this is a high mediumship card. This means that you tend to find that you pick up on energy that pops in, okay? You tend to be finding this is a strong connection time. And for others, it is about you being able to not create this angst inside the self, okay? Your relationship with others is based on how you feel, not how you think that you should be for that person, okay? It should be who you are authentically. For those that are single and looking, well, you're going to be finding there is a little conflict of interest going on here. Remember, I talked about this. You may be seeing something one way, somebody may be seeing it completely different. How you mediate your way through this is up to yourself. You may be finding you're going back over past experiences. You might be finding you're quite clear about what you can see and what you're focusing on, but there may be a different type of an energy being projected towards you, and therefore you may not be too sure. Look, for some people, you might be impulsive and rush into things and then wish that you really didn't. But Spirit's just saying, look, the whole point of it is just clear that air, clear that whatever's going on here, and just lay everything else else to rest. Okay, let's have a look at the cards that have popped out. Well, first off, we'll do a bit of a roundup. So you're taking into effect everything that's going on around you. You need to know that you'll have peace of mind over the decisions or the outcomes that'll come through. You may not agree on it all, but you will have peace of mind. You can clearly see that this is all about the future now. You know, this is about the bigger picture, and you don't want to muddy the water by sticking around problems or issues that are right now when you've got something much better coming in the near future. So we've got the Lovers card in reverse. We've got the Six of Pentacles. We've got the Knight of Cups in reverse. We have got the Hangman, and we have got the Four of Wands. Now, this tells us here, the Lovers card, that there are some resistances going on. There's something interfering with your peace, okay? We know that this is going on in and around the home, and we know it's going on with relationships. But we also can see here that that interference is probably someone else's, or someone you're feeling that, you know, your opinion matters, or that you feel that this other situation is taking up a lot more of your time. You're feeling a little bit delicate about it as well. But guess what? It's going to balance itself out. Put the energy into where you can, and don't get caught up in, like I said, those frustrations, and you're going to find it being a lot more balanced. Stick to the plan. That's what this is about. You know, there's no use obsessing about a situation or getting caught up in somebody else's arguments or frustrations. This is about sticking to the plan. You know what the opportunity is about. You know what the offer is about. This is where you need to stick to it. And even though you're making change, okay, and it's coming in, and it's completely different to what you probably perceived, okay, when you were making your commitments way back when, okay, there was this sense of, am I on the right path? Well, you know, Spirit's really kind of showing you, well, apparently you are now, okay, so whatever was going on then has given you the vision to where you need to be right now. So don't get caught up in the storm clouds and the dramas and the gossip and obsessing about situations. Change is inevitable, and the more you accept that change, guess what? The happier you're going to be. And this is what this is about. It's about those happy commitments, that happiness and personal success, getting rid of what has been blocking you, balancing your life back out, staying true to yourself, considering what the options have been. Look where you would have been in the past, okay? Look where you would have been if you didn't see that you needed to make this change. And in making that change this month, you've got a chance for a lot of happiness to come through. So I thank you so much for joining me for your November 2018 Tarotscopes. I hope that you have really enjoyed them and have an absolutely amazing month.